again. It's a Rhinestones.
Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing fine and well, having a great day. Oh, make sure I have no addresses on these. I hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome if you are new. So I've got a couple of packages here. I have had these for a couple of weeks. These are from Nail Reserve Los Angeles. And they recently started doing polygels. Do you know, I'm not a fan of this paper. It's good for protecting products, but it's so staticky. Right, so we've got Sorbet, Dusk Drift, and we have got Pink Harmony. So these are vegan. They're a 9 toxin free formula. They're cruelty free. And let's see what we've got in this other box. I do vaguely remember picking these. So can you see all these little brown things? You have to clean all these before you open the bottles, because you can end up with it inside the gel. So just going to get all this off and I'll be back. Right, I totally forgot. So the polygels along with these two are new. These are Builder in a Bottles. So we've got Blush Mocha and Rosy Fusion. I will give these a quick swatch before I start. And I haven't got a white from this brand, so I needed a white and a nude. I got Beauty and the nude. This is a nice nude. These look really good for base colours, especially for autumn designs. Any designs really, you need a good nude, don't you? Right, let me get some swatch sticks out. We'll give these a quick swatch and then I can decide what colours I'm going to use and what we're going to do with them. Totally forgot as well, guys, we've got cuticle oil. This is actually really nice. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the ingredients. There's the ingredients. But it's so thin and it's just nice. I used this the other day when it came. Look at this bottle as well. It's got a right posh little dropper. And it smells a little bit coconutty to me. I don't know the formula, but it's not your standard average kind of cuticle oil. It's got a kind of thinner, I can't describe it, but it's nice, very nice. Right, I'm going to start with the polygels, and like all my polygels, I'm just going to do them on a little bit of lint-free wipe. So this is Pink Harmony. Oh, this looks nice. It's a really, really pale pink. I like that. Right, we've got Dusk Drift. They feel like they might be a stiffer consistency polygel. That's nice as well. Like that. Then we have got Sorbet. Not sure how I feel about that one. I like these two though. I can see me using them, especially this one. I'll use that a lot. Let's give these builders a quick swatch. So I like my builders on these short sticks. So we'll go with this one first. Blush Mocha. And these are a big 15mm as well. A good size. I hate it when you get builder in a bottles that are 7mm. Even 10mm. Come on. Half of it you can't get out the bottle anyway. They've got to be 15mm, haven't they? You'd be lucky if you get 10mm out of a 15mm bottle. I dread to think what you get out of a 7mm builder in a bottle. 3 nails. They do bug me. I'm not a fan of small, tiny bottles of builder in a bottle. Yeah, because half of it you can't get out the frigging bottle, can you? I like this. So this is only a really thin layer and it is quite opaque. I like that. Really nice nude. Quite a pale nude. I'm not sure if the camera's showing it exactly as it is. Not so far off. Not so far off. I like that. And this looks nice as well. Rosy Fusion. I nearly said Fuzzy Rouge. Oh dear. Right. This looks nice. I love these kind of builders, this colour. And again, they go with most designs. Ooh, that is a pretty colour. I do like that. Very nice. They feel like they're a nice consistency as well. They're not too runny and they're not too thick, so they're not going to drip everywhere. But they're thin enough that you can still move them about. I like the consistency of them. Ooh, we could use one of these today instead. No, I think we'll use Polygel today because I don't use it that often anymore. And I do remember a comment I just read yesterday. I probably haven't replied. I don't get time to reply to all my comments because every day I wake up to 99 plus. It stops counting when it gets to 99. And I cannot remember the last time my number was under 99. Even I can sit there for 2 hours answering comments and it will still be on 99 plus. But I do read them. And there was a comment the other day that asked me, I think they were a beginner, and they asked me what kind of polygel I would recommend that's not too sticky for a beginner. So let's see if this could be a contender. Right, let's do these as well. Beauty and the Nude. These are the two gel polishes, the nude and the white. I will swatch the white just because I like to see what kind of white it is, if it's a 1/4 or if it's a 2/4. I would advise with whites doing 2 really thin coats anyway, because like blacks, they're a bugger to cure. But there are some where you can get away with doing 1 coat. Just saying. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Whenever I'm getting gel polish from whatever brand it is, I always want the black, the white and a nude, and then I'll go for a few pinks. Always need your base colours and your nail art colours first, really, don't you? Ooh, this looks like a good white. Yeah, it is. Very nice white. So this is a nice thin coat. And I can see already on a clear stick, you're really not going to need another coat of that, are you? That's a good one. Good white. Right, so I'll just quickly show you the swatches again. That's the Polygels. That's the 2 gel polishes. I do like this nude. I do like that. That white is fantastic. And then these are the Builder Gels. I really like them. I'm tempted to use these, but I'm not. I'm going to use Polygel just because I'm getting asked a lot recently if I'll do more Polygel sets. So let me get set up and we'll use that Polygel. I've no idea what I'm going to do just yet, but we'll use it. Right, so I've pulled out my Model 1 soft gel tips. These are long coffin, they're pre-etched on the inside. That saves a lot of time and messing about. So these are my go-to for when I'm doing lazy girl method. And I've put them on my tip display stand upside down like that. So a quick bit of nail prep. I'm just going to quickly push my cuticles back and scrape away any dead skin. I'd already done this the day before, so there really wasn't much to do. And then I'm going to use a buffer and I'm just going to buff all the natural shine that's on your nail. Get them all buffed up and scuffed up. Then give your nails a really good clean using alcohol, and that'll help dehydrate them as well. So I'm going to just quickly give my nails a little base coat, just a nice thin even coat of base coat, and that's the Nail Reserve base coat that cures in the lamp for 30 seconds. So I've pulled out some maple leaves, all different colours. I was planning on using these pink and I wanted to use some of the matte whites, but I'll show you later in the video why I couldn't use those. So I also pulled out this, it's like a pearly kind of hex mix glitter. It's a beautiful, beautiful glitter. I will leave the link to this down in my description box. It came in a collection of 12. So starting with my pinky, I'm just base coating the inside of that tip. Just a nice thin coat of base coat. And I wanted a little kind of glitter fade coming down from the cuticle. Don't pack it too thick at the cuticle, because you're going to need to cure your polygel through this glitter in a minute. So make sure you leave a few gaps. So I've done it like that. I've just faded it off down the nail. And then this is going to be the pointer finger, same thing, but I'm doing the fade at the tip of the nail. So I've done a layer of the base coat and I'm just packing it quite thick at the tip, and use those smaller bits to fade it off, whether you're fading it off from the tip or whether you're fading it from the cuticle. Just use the smaller pieces to create that little fade. So they've been cured in the lamp for 30 seconds. So I've done the similar thing on all the nails except the middle nail. I've just done a fade from the tips, and the pinky's got the fade from the cuticle. So we're going to go in and attach these nails now. And guys, I used the wrong colour polygel. I wasn't supposed to use this colour, and it's through my whole design. What I wanted to do just wouldn't have worked with this base colour, and I didn't even notice till I already had it cured on my nail, and I just wasn't prepared to start again. So I went with it and changed the whole design. So I've put a blob in that little pinky nail. Keep it quite thin at the cuticle and keep it thin at the tip. The bulk of that product needs to be in the, like, kind of top third apex area. I didn't quite have enough, so I just added a little bit more. Where I am now is where the thickest part should be. Just imagine if you were sculpting these nails on top of your nails, how thick you would need it, and just do the same thing in that tip. Make sure it's nice and smooth. The smoother you get it underneath, you won't need to file them once they're cured. So I always pay extra attention and spend a little bit of extra time getting them really flat underneath. So I'm just going to place that quite gently onto my nail, and then I'm going to press it down firmly into my cuticle, but I'm not going to touch my skin. Get it as close to your skin as you can without touching, and then once you're happy with that, stick that under the lamp. I normally give it a flash cure, and then I'll give them all a full 60 seconds cure once they're all on. So that's the colour I used, and I should have used this middle colour. I was so pissed off with myself because I wanted to use matte white and pale pink maple leaves, and they just wouldn't have gone with this design. So I had to switch it up a little bit. Right, so I'll just let you watch this one. Exactly the same as what I've just done on the last nail. Nice and thin at the cuticle and thin at the tip. This polygel actually it's not soft and it's not hard, it's not sticky. It's just that perfect consistency polygel that I like. It spreads out so smooth, none of it stuck to my brush whatsoever, not once. So I'm quite happy with this polygel. It's a really good one.
I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy.
Right, so that's all 5 nails cured on. Now I'm just cleaning underneath because you still get the tackiness underneath. Obviously there's no tackiness on top because the tip is on top. Nice and smooth, none of them touching my skin underneath. I always get people saying, yeah, but you didn't show us underneath. Why do I need to show you underneath? I don't get it. I don't get why people always say you never showed underneath, like they're going to be disastrous and ugly underneath. Right, so my usual filing routine, I like to go straight up the sides of the tips and then around my cuticle area, just because sometimes you can see the edge of that tip, it's a little bit kind of squared off. So I like to just soften that with a file round the edges, my side walls and my cuticle area. Make sure you use a softened old kind of file. Don't use a new file around your cuticles because it will rip your skin apart. So please bear that in mind. Then I'm going to use a buffer and I'm going to buff all the shine off these tips as well.
There's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life every day.
Right, so again, give them a really good clean with some alcohol and a soft brush, or you could just go and wash your hands, get rid of all that dust. So that's them ready now. I'm going to put some sequins on. Sometimes I put the sequins in the tips, but I decided this time I'm going to use my squidgy flash torch. It's got a little stamper on the end and it just cures your sequins really flat. So I decided to put my sequins on top this time. I'm going to use the base coat again, and I've pulled out different colour maple leaves to what I wanted. So I've just put a tiny bit of base coat, and then I'm going to put, this is like an iridescent kind of maple leaf, so I'm just going to squidge it down with my torch, and then I'm going to turn the torch on. This is a fantastic little device. It just gets your sequins perfectly flat every time. Look at that, perfectly flat. So I'm going to add just a couple more to this nail and the other nails. I think I just put 2 on each nail. So can you see I've gone in with the orangey brown ones that I really don't like, but I thought I'm going to save the pink ones and do the design I wanted to do on another day. This design was just made up as I went along, because the design I wanted to do wouldn't have gone with that base colour polygel that I used. Right, so I pulled out a mixture of rhinestones. Again, they're kind of oranges, browns, kind of AB type colours, and we're just going to do a bit of bling just to bling these nails up. Using Nail Reserve No Wipe top coat, I'm going to get them all top coated first, and then I think I'm just going to let you watch whilst I put all these rhinestones on.
You look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
So I'm just putting my rhinestones on, just 1 or 2 at a time, especially the big ones. I'm going to get these where I want them and just cure them as I go. You really don't need to be putting them on all in one go and trying to keep them all in place. Just do 2 or 3 and cure them as you go. So there we go guys, that is them all finished. I think they still turned out really pretty. Not the design I had in mind, however we improvise, don't we? I love the bling. I think the bling matched this design perfectly. I'm really happy with them, and they're bang on trend for this time of year, aren't they? Anyway guys, that is it for today. I didn't mention at the beginning of the video, I've got a new 60% off discount code for Nail Reserve. Everything will be down in my description box. Thanks for watching. Please remember to give the video a quick thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hopefully I'll see you all back in my next one. Take care, bye.